Welcome. This is Behind the Scenes, February 23rd, 2026, a real-time reflection from the writing process of my memoir. This morning I woke up feeling mentally scattered, foggy, and rushed. I immediately felt like there wasn't enough time for everything I needed to do. Work, writing, working out, responsibilities pulling in all different directions. I knew I had to go to work, but I didn't want to. But I was going. Just a moment of resistance combined with fatigue, a quiet tension between what I'm building and what I still have to do to maintain. Sometimes it feels unachievable. I made coffee and went to my usual spot in the closet. I closed my eyes and I asked God to help reset my mindset for the day. Judges 2 came to mind. When I read through the chapter, what stood out wasn't fear or warning. It was the pattern. At the beginning, there's a reminder not to drift and not to compromise slowly. By the end, you see the cycle, forgetting, struggling, crying out, and God raising help again. It felt less like judgment and more like awareness. Drift doesn't usually happen dramatically. It happens quietly when we're tired or distracted. Judges 2 felt like a steady reminder to stay anchored in small decisions before they turn into habits. I carried on with my morning and went to work. But when I got to work, I was counting in my drawer, doing my tasks that I have to do when I get to work. And I suddenly remembered my dream from last night. I was sitting in a parked car. 3 large black ravens were outside of it, and one came directly to the windshield and just stared at me. It was huge. There was intensity in the gaze, but not attack. Glass was intact. I was inside, protected. The car wasn't moving. I was parked. Instead of overanalyzing it, I simply noticed the symbolism. Parked, observing, not driving forward, not reversing, just paused. That feels accurate for where I am right now. Writing this memoir has brought old seasons into view. I'm revisiting them without being consumed by them. Nothing crossed the boundary in the dream, and nothing in my life right now feels threatening. It felt more like clarity or recognition than danger. Maybe the confusion this morning wasn't spiritual at all. Maybe it was just mental overload. Revisiting years of my life while still managing the present requires emotional energy. Fog can simply be fatigue. When I think about Judges 2 again, it feels like it's a reminder that consistency protects against quiet drift. So today, my reset is simple. Go to work. Move my body. Even if it's a light workout, just something will suffice. Write, even if it's 1 page. Stay aware. Stay consistent. Just stay steady. And know that God never puts me in any situation or gives me anything that I cannot handle. And honestly, that is so comforting to know, because that reminds me that God has me and I got this. So today, steadiness is enough. Well, that's where I was. Thank you so much for being with me today. Until next time, ta-ta.